Welcome to Eurofly. Training.
Hello, welcome to Sal Plays Eurofly. Unlike the other times we had Sal Plays Eurofly and this content was just interspersed with all my scam baiting content, making it difficult, potentially, for people to find if they wanted to watch me play Eurofly, it now has its own channel. So, if you want to watch only Eurofly videos made by me, subscribe here and I will make them. The beginning videos, I'm going to make 10 of them, are going to be me demonstrating how to fly every plane that you have to qualify for in the initial training package. I'm not going to show you all 10 takeoffs and landings and all the kilometers I have to fly because that's just silly. We can fly planes once and you'll understand how they work. It'll be grand. My partner is here and she will say hello and introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
Good job. Well done. She's going to make sure I don't crash the planes into the ground because sometimes...
Yes,
sometimes,
or at least try.
Sometimes I need help.
So much help,
Oh,
yes.
Yes, oh my god. So, the first thing we're going to do is actually create a second profile because I can't restart training on my primary profile, nor would I want to. I put a lot of work into that profile.
No, yeah.
So we'll make a new profile.
Add-ons, settings, speaker profile, world map profiles.
There we go. So I'm on the profile manager, and it's highlighted my current profile, which is my default profile. If we tab,
create new button.
To create new button.
There we
New
go.
profile creation window. Type combo box online collapsed.
You can choose here between an online and an offline profile. I always choose online because it gives you access to all of the different types of flights. Some still haven't rolled out. Again, Eurofly 3 is still in beta, but there will eventually be charter flights, company flights, and scheduled flights, as well as business cargo flights and business transport flights for passengers. If you don't have an online profile, yeah, there's going to be a lot of kind of flights, and we will, when they exist, we will demonstrate all of them. I'm going to make sure that that is something we do. I'm going to use my primary profile to make sure I know what I'm doing, obviously, first, but yes.
Oh boy.
So, if you choose an online profile, you have access to all of those options. If you choose an offline profile, basically you only have access to training for new aircraft and free flights. Now, the free flights will still earn you points and euros, which you can then exchange for new training aircraft, but you don't get to participate and talk to other pilots on the communicator, and the charter flights and the scheduled flights when they roll out are going to be worth more in terms of points and cash. So we're going to choose an online profile here, which is already selected.
Name edit blank.
Name, we will put Salvador Contreras.
Salvador Contreras.
Close enough, yeah?
Sex combo box mail collapsed. Email edit blank.
We're just tabbing through all of these fields. Email.
Oh, I thought that said female. I was like, pardon?
No.
Sal Contreras 617 at gmail.c.
I'm sorry?
Oh.
M O C dot O M.
Well, there. I don't know why it read it that way, but okay. We'll blame NVDA.
Confirm email edit blank. M P C. Sal Contreras 617 at gmail.c.
It's all there.
Okay, it's just gonna do that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Password edit
Oh.
blank.
Oh, God. If for online profiles, you need a password, and I'm really bad at passwords, so we're just going to go with...
Confirm password edit blank.
Send that to me just in case you forget.
Okay, well,
Language combo box English collapsed.
let me get this created, and then I'll send it to you. Yes, we want English.
Yep.
Your language in your profile doesn't determine the Euroflight game language, as far as I can tell. It determines the language that is your default channel for the communicator with other pilots. So I definitely want to keep that as English.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, there are channels, there are communicator languages for English, Spanish. Maybe we'll pop into the communicator settings at some point and look at the different language options. Most of which I only have English checked because that's the only one that I use and the only one that I speak fluently enough to carry on.
Fluently.
Yeah, I can muddle my way through Spanish a little bit, but I wouldn't want to try.
I speak 3.
I know, you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Country combo box Afghanistan collapsed.
No, interesting though.
No.
Not exactly.
Yes, we know somebody from Afghanistan.
Yes. But it is not this guy right here. We're going to choose.
Nope.
Uganda, UK, Wales, Ukraine, United USA, California,
Oh, choose-
USA, Kentucky, USA, Louisiana, USA, Michigan, USA, Maryland, USA, Maine, USA, Massachusetts.
Okay. Home airport is chosen.
System home airport combo box other collapsed.
Or no, home or state.
Other?
State is chosen.
Country combo box home airport
State
combo
is
box other collapsed.
chosen.
Home airport doesn't really affect anything.
Do
as far-
anything.
No, it doesn't, and it also doesn't seem to affect anything as far as I can tell.
Really do anything.
Because it doesn't, like in Euroflight 2, once you chose a home airport, your planes would start there unless you told them not to. But in Euroflight 3, your planes start where you last left them. So the home airport doesn't matter, so I'm just going to set it as other, because why not?
Airport combo box 2005 collapsed.
No.
Yes, because
Whoops.
2025.
Oh, it's that way. Oh, dear.
why are you going? No.
Because I thought it scrolled the other direction.
2024, 1998, 1997, 1980, 1984. Description edit blank.
Doesn't matter.
I agree to data processing according to Eurofly free rules. Checkbox not checked. Check.
Yes.
Eurofly free rules button. Hit button. The profile has been created successfully. Salvador Contreras.
There we go. We choose this profile,
Create new button.
and then tab to
Edit button. Button. From computer button. Restore button. About the player button. Activate button.
activate. This will make it so that all the work I do until I change it back applies to the Salvador Contreras profile, not to my primary profile.
The profile has been activated. Desktop
Profiles.
Eurofly Salvador Contreras window.
There we go. Now,
Oh God.
oh wow, oh no.
Oh,
Now we
I
will.
think you need a hug, Sal.
I do. I'm pretty sure that is correct. Now we can up arrow,
World Map Training.
and the only options I have now are training, world map exploration, and
Map
profiles.
exploration.
Because I haven't earned free flights. So we'll choose training.
Desktop training window. Training combo box says the C-152 collapsed.
This is the only option currently. It's the only plane we get to choose from. So we'll press return or enter.
Desktop list
Return?
airport window. Select airport combo box Abu Dhabi Plaza. map collapsed.
Okay, select an airport. When you fly your first plane, you take off from airports with no runways. It's basically like a landing strip. So I don't get to choose from every airport in the world. So I will just pick something.
Abu Dhabi, Algeria, Argentina, Belgium, Belize, Bosnia, Brussels, Bulgaria, China, Armenia, Congo, Cook Islands, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic,
Oh, wait.
Cyprus, Croatia, Leto, LDZL, Cook Islands, Madeira Islands, NCMR.
That sounds fun. Sure, why not?
You want to fly from the Cook Islands?
I've never
Oh, boy.
I've never flown from there before. It's probably relatively
That'd be cool.
flat-ish. Maybe?
Yeah, lots of palm trees, lots of jungle.
It's
Yeah.
probably fine. I tend to
I think you should
choose
be alright.
flat airports for training. Doesn't always save me from crashing, mind, but
Nope.
stupid safety zone of the airport. Oi.
Gosh.
So we hit enter here.
Desktop list. Eurofly 311 to 14. Australia. Dashboard window.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I thought that was going to crash Eurofly.
No, we're good. We're in our plane. Nothing is happening right now. Nothing works. We need to turn on our battery. So to turn on our battery, we press Control Shift B. Okay, battery's on. We'll press Control B for
Seatbelt fastened.
safety. Safety's cool. Now, we need to turn on some systems, namely our computer with Control-Shift-K. Don't ask me why. I think because Control-Shift-C is for TCAS. That's why
Which
K
stands
is...
for?
Oh my god. It stands for Traffic Collision Avoidance System.
Good. Just in case people don't know that.
Right, I kind of forgot for a second. You asked me and my brain went, Mrr. We're doing great, guys. You're getting this unedited video. Well, mostly unedited video. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So we'll press Control-Shift-K.
Computer on.
Control-Shift-T for our transponder.
Transponder on.
Control-Shift-F for our radio.
Radio on.
And we get static because we haven't told the radio what frequency we want. If you press 9, you get a list of frequencies that are nearby you. We want the one for this airport specifically, which should be the first one it reads me.
Combo box with title with approach control 127.7 collapsed.
Yep, that's the one, 127.7. So, we will press Control F.
Set frequency edit blank.
And go 127.7.
The title with approach control. Dashboard window.
SK3829, we welcome you to our airport.
Great. Now, we can turn on... Nope, I don't think we can turn anything else on yet. We need to put fuel in this plane. So if we go
Lights.
to our... Oh, lights. Yeah, we can turn those on right now, actually. So, we will turn on all of our lights. You don't technically have to. And sometimes when I fly, I only turn on the ones I need at the time. But I'm just going to turn all of them on. So we'll press Shift-D,
Strobe lights on.
Shift-S,
Cabin lights on.
Shift-K,
Taxi lights
and
on.
Shift-L.
Landing lights on.
Now, we'll put some fuel in this plane. So if we hit Control-Enter, it will bring up our airplane properties.
Combo box title Salvador Contreras 1 collapsed.
Oh, Sal, you have a little 1 by your name. It looks so sad and lonely. I'm pretty sure my default profile has a 3, because he's been playing for a really long time. And there's a lot of information in here. We will look at some of this later, but we don't really need to right now. The only part we care about is the fuel tank capacity. So if I press FU...
Fuel tank capacity 1382 L. Minimum fuel tank capacity 1382 L.
1382. Okay, so I can escape from here.
Dashboard window.
Now, on small planes like the Cessna, you actually fuel your own plane. So if I press Control-E...
Set fuel amount edit blank.
And I like round numbers, so we're going to go 1400, even though it's more than it can hold. And press Enter.
Dashboard window.
That is such a cool sound.
It is. We are now fueled. We can start our engine. We only have one engine on this plane, poor little Cessna. So we press Page Up.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that engine in so long!
Now
It's so sad! It's such a sad little plane! Oh, I want to hug it!
Now that the engine's on, we can turn the battery off. And we can turn on more systems. So we can press Control-Shift-Q,
Temperature control on.
Control-Shift-E,
Stall indication on.
Control-Shift-S,
Storm radar on.
Control-Shift-C,
TCAS on.
Control backspace.
Sensor on.
You definitely want your sensor. You don't want Elizabeth yelling at you for running around the airport without a sensor. Sal would never do that. No. No.
No.
So now we have to create a flight plan.
Giving us heart palpitations.
That's what I'm here for. For training flights, unless I have to fly a lot of distance, which for the Category 1 planes, it's 10 takeoffs, 10 landings, and 1,000 kilometers flown in total. So what I do...
By the way,
Yes?
what did you press to turn your engine on?
Oh, page up.
Okay,
Yep. So,
sorry.
it's okay. For this plane in particular, I just do small little circular flights back and forth to this airport. So I'll go out to 50 kilometers and I'll check my distance from the airport when we get up with Control N, as in November. Once it hits 50, I'll turn around and head back to this airport because I can then get my 10 flights and my 1,000 kilometers at the same time. With bigger planes, sometimes I approach it differently, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So we're going to press...
Actually, if you're gonna do 10 flights and 10 kilometers, and you're 1,000 kilometers, wouldn't it make more sense for you to go at 100, not 50?
No, because then I do 200 because I have to go back from where I came. So each flight would be 200 kilometers.
I'm so stupid.
Math is hard. That's why I'm not an astronaut. Math is hard.
I
That's the literal reason. The literal reason Sal didn't become an astronaut is because math is hard.
The other literal reason. Never mind.
So, we will press Control F8, and this will show there are a few different ways you can look at airports. And when we fly to different places, I may use other methods. In fact, I will. When we flew from... Did we fly from Chicago? No, we flew from Portugal to Afghanistan the other day. So you can sort airports by country. But in this case, since we're flying to where we started, I'm going to sort airports by distance. So we'll press Control F8.
Combo box Cook Islands with Cairo Island NCMR 0 km. Elapsed.
Yes, that's the one we want. Hit space on it.
Destination set. Dashboard window.
Now, don't do what Sal did the
I
other
love
night.
how it doesn't yell at you.
No, it's very calm about... This plane is a very calm plane about everything it does, ever.
No. I love how the game doesn't yell at you and go, you can't fly to your destination airport. Or
No.
you can't fly to the same airport.
It doesn't
Yeah.
care. It doesn't care. We're not going to forget to make a flight plan this time.
Nope, that was funny.
No, it was terrible. So we'll press F1. F1 gives us a list of all of the things we can ask the tower for. Landing permission, takeoff permission, runway. Not all options are available at all airports. So I'll show you what's here. I'll press F1.
Combo box plan. I want to create a flight plan. Elapsed.
The top one is the one we want, but we'll look at the rest.
Repair. I need repairs.
Repair
Takeoff asking for takeoff clearance.
and takeoff. This airport is so small, it doesn't actually have maintenance services, so I hope we don't ever break this plane. It's gonna be a problem. So we'll go back
Yep.
to the top with the home key,
Plan. I want to create a flight plan.
and we'll hit enter on plan.
Call sign is red only SKMTF 389.
We can't change this, it's a read only, because it's the call sign of our craft. We'll tab.
Select destination. Combo box Cook Islands with Cairo Island NCMR. Elapsed.
It pulled the destination from what I chose with Control F8, but if I wanted to change destinations, this is a whole big list of airports. We're gonna leave that as it is.
Filter edit plan.
This is a filter box where you can search the airports if you know the airport code or what have you, instead of scrolling through the whole list.
Flight description edit plan.
You can add a flight description. These are visible in the traffic panel on the website for Eurofly 3. I used a flight description one time. They don't matter. They don't affect anything. We'll just put training for YouTube.
Training for YouTube.
Sure.
Capitalize your T.
Okay.
Training E. D. U. T. U. T. Training for YouTube.
That'll work.
There you go.
Requesting combo box navigated flight elapsed.
Requesting. You can choose 3 flight types. You can choose a navigated flight. Navigated flights in the beta are currently broken. What they're supposed to do is you take off from your departure airport. The tower will guide you towards your destination, and then it will tell you to switch frequencies to the national air traffic control of the country you're flying over. Doing that crashes Eurofly. So we are not going to choose navigated flight, nor for a circular flight like this do we need to.
Direct flight.
We can choose a direct flight, or there's usually a third option here. Interesting that it's not here, but it's fine. So we'll choose direct flight,
Request flight button.
and we'll hit enter on request flight.
Dashboard window.
SK389. Flight plan accepted without objections. Set transponder to 4372.
So we will press Alt-T to set our transponder.
Set transponder code. Set transponder code.
4372.
4372. Dashboard window.
If you hear the transmission from the tower and you pull a Salvador and immediately forget what the tower told you, I've done it, you can press Shift-T and you'll get this message.
4372 SKMTF 389 with Cairo Island with Cairo Island.
So that first number, that 4372, is your transponder number. Now, I want to look at my airplane properties with Control-Enter
Combo box pilot Salvador Contreras 1. Elapsed.
because I need to see my minimum flap position for takeoff. Don't forget the flaps.
Yeah, about that. That happened too. That was funny.
I worked all the
I-
kinks out this morning so we could have a perfectly polished video tonight. So
Yep.
if I hit MIN,
Minimum flap position when taking off. 1.
1, okay, I thought so. It's a tiny plane. I would have been very surprised if it was something other than 1. So we're going to hit escape here. Sometime we'll go through all the things that are in the aircraft properties, but it's not really necessary at the moment.
Dashboard window.
I do want to look at the airport properties. So since our starting and destination airports are the same. We can press either Shift Enter, which shows you the properties for the airport you're currently at, or Alt Enter, which shows you the properties for your destination airport. Doesn't matter, so we're just going to press Shift Enter.
Combo box pilot Salvador Contreras. 1. Elapsed.
Now, it says the very same thing at the top of this box that it does at the aircraft properties box, but as you arrow down,
SKMTF 389 training flight. Training for you 2. Cessna C-152. 1. MCMR Masairo Island. Public with maintenance services. 1.
oh, it does have maintenance services. I'm actually surprised. Usually the really small airports don't. Okay, we can break the Cessna, it's fine. I mean, we shouldn't, but
No,
but we
we're
can.
not breaking the Cessna, Sal. Golly.
Height above sea level 0 M.
Okay,
Difficulty 1.
I hope so.
Approach control 127.7. Airport description. Main area 500 x 500.
So the main area is a 500 by 500 grid. That is important when we come to land here. We'll talk about landing later.
Hangar southeast. Airport building on the north
Obviously.
side of the hangar.
There is a hangar. We're not going to use it for anything. If I tab, I get more information about how to land at this airport.
Combo box descent map elapsed.
This is the descent map. This will show me.
Height above sea level 0 M. Same altitude, safe circle 42.5 km.
So if I'm 42.5 kilometers away from the airport, I can fly like 5 meters above it and not hit anything. That's good to know. What I also need to know, since we're going out 50 km, is what the safe circle is at 50 km.
2 km, 5 km, 10 km, 15, 20, 30 km, 50 km, 100 km, 50 km, safe altitude 65 m to 65 m above ground.
Okay, that's not bad. I usually fly higher than that
No.
anyway. I can
Yeah.
also obtain all of this information by pressing comma when we're flying, and it will show me the safe altitude circle thingy. Wow, words are hard. As we fly through different distances to the airport, and I'll show you when we're ready to land. So I'm going to hit escape.
Dashboard window.
I'm going to hit S.
North.
I am facing north. Good. And if I hit K, it will tell me
100 main area.
I'm at 100. The other thing I need to look at is back in my airplane properties with Control Enter.
Combo
I
box
need
pilot
to
Salvador.
see
Maximum minimum takeoff runway length 400 am.
408. That's gonna be close. Okay, that's scary.
Yep.
We're doing it.
Dashboard window.
This could be a short video, guys.
Combo box plan I want take as for takeoff clearance. Dashboard window.
SK389. You are cleared to take off.
Let's set our flaps.
Set flap position.
So
Set flap
Control
position.
F. 1.
Dashboard window.
Flaps set.
And then we'll hit Alt Home, which will set our engine power to 90%. You can set it to 100, and I actually might, since I'm a little bit skeptical of us being able to clear this area in time. But you have to make sure to set it back to 90 once you take off. So I'm going to hit Alt Home, and then I'm going to hit Shift Home to set it up to 100. You don't want to fly with your engines at 100% throttle for a long period of time, or a really loud voice will tell you, warning, engine damage imminent. It kind of surprised me and scared me the first time I heard it, actually.
Overcast clouds temperature 28 pressure 10 humidity 81 south wind 6 m per second.
Oh, it's warm here, 28 degrees. I pressed W. I guess
That's
since,
Celsius, guys.
Yes. I guess since this is a small airport, it doesn't time you for your takeoffs. At the larger airports with runways, it does. Here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Alt Home and then Shift Home. And then, once we pick up some speed, I'm going to hit Shift Down arrow to raise our nose so we can hopefully take off successfully. Oh, hit B.
Parking brakes off.
Now we can go. Alt Home.
Throttle preset 4.
Shift Home. I can check my speed with R.
16 flaps at 1. 33 flaps at 1.
I didn't check my takeoff speed, but that's okay.
62 flaps at 1.
You should.
80 flaps at 1.
I have hit Shift Down arrow. And up we go. We are now flying over the airport. We are now leaving the airport.
Takeoff successful. Out of airport.
Goodbye, airport. Takeoff successful. I can hit Shift End one time to set our throttle or our engine power back to 90%.
158 flaps at 1.
SK389. Climb to altitude 70.
I'm going to use the auto altitude for this. No, I'm not. I forgot. This is a tiny plane. Doesn't have all the cool features. I miss big planes. I am going to set my flaps to 0, so Control F
Set flap position.
and
Set flap
0.
position. Dashboard window.
Don't want to damage the plane, guys, even though we can.
Flaps set.
So, we are going to climb. I'm going to press Z periodically to check my altitude.
SK389. Change course to 333.
I'm going to hit T twice to level off our nose.
Plus 0. Set course. Set course.
So if I hit Alt S, I do still have auto course. So we're gonna follow his directions. We're gonna go 333, comma 25. The 25 sets our bank angle, and I like to bank at the maximum angle, which is 25. Do not bank harder than that. You will crash your plane. I've done it in the air. So I can turn a little bit more rapidly.
333. 25. Dashboard window.
Here we go. Now,
Like that.
if I hit Control N,
4.0 km. Time arrival 1 minute.
we're only 4 kilometers away. We're gonna fly all the way out to 50, and then we're gonna come back, and we'll talk about
South
lining up
Pacific
to land
South Pacific Ocean.
at this airport. So we're a little bit further than 50 km out from the airport because Salvador is easily
Farther.
distracted. Yes, that.
Farther.
Oh, because distance. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I know you've told me this before, and I forget because
It's okay.
colloquial
'Cause you're
English.
old.
Elizabeth,
Salvador.
don't make me come over there. I mean, you're very far away, but that's not going to necessarily preclude the. Where are we? Sorry.
I mean, you are flying a plane.
This Cessna's not going to make it from the Cook Islands to where you are. Like, that is just not happening. Nope. So if I hit Control N,
55 km. Time arrival 16
we're
minutes.
55 km away. I need to head back towards my airport. If I hit N, as in November, it will tell me where the airport is in relation to us.
178 left at 155.
178 left at 155. So we'll head that direction, but I actually want to head well, we can head straight for the airport. Eventually I want to turn left of the airport a bit so that I can get the airport on an angle of 180 so we can land at it and I can go just straight south down the landing strip. That's the goal.
178 left at 155.
So,
Yes?
so does that mean you want to get to like 170-ish?
No, I need to go to the left. I need to go
To the left, so like 190.
Nope. Hang on. Am I visioning this angle wrong?
180 is behind you, directly behind you.
Yes. So I need to be.
178 left at 155.
We're gonna head straight for it for the moment. Did it say 155?
178 left at 155.
Yes.
Set course. Set course.
So
and
Yes.
Alt S, 155, 25. Hold on to your hats.
155. 25. Dashboard window.
Whoa! No, I'm just kidding.
Salvador is not what you would call a cautious pilot. He just flies the plane.
I haven't even started flying yet. I mean, like, I haven't flown in years.
You
I
will.
haven't done this in a long, long time.
You will.
1 left at 154.
Oh, see, so left is going to decrease the numbers. So eventually I'll want to go left, like more left of where the airport is, so it will turn to the right as we fly towards it and eventually be at 180. But right now,
Set course. Set course and plan.
I'm so glad you
154.
didn't say
Dashboard window.
lefter.
ew, who does that?
I knew somebody who did that. I don't think she did that on purpose. No, I think she did that as a joke.
Okay, that's interesting.
Set at 154.
So
Well,
now,
no, she was trying to.
yes?
She was trying to help me navigate somewhere, and she was
Ah.
like, "No, go lefter, lefter."
Lefter! So now that we are heading back towards that airport, we can start descending. We don't really have to right now. This plane descends relatively quickly, but I want to be closer to the ground
858.
because we're 858 above ground. Or we're 8... Are we?
858 above ground.
Yes, at this moment we are. So Z shows you your real altitude relative to sea level. Period shows you your altitude above the ground. They're not always the same because not everything exists at sea level. Eurofly 3 has terrain. I have found some terrain the other night, as a matter of fact. It was very surprising. It just
Yes,
sort
you
of
did.
whooshed up on me and killed my plane.
That was fun. Scared the living bejesus out of me.
So we're going to descend down to about 100, I think. Seems reasonable. So we're going to go shift up arrow. And I will hit period every so often to see where we're at on altitude.
780 above ground.
This will take a while. I could hit shift up arrow again, but I don't want to plow into the ground. That doesn't sound fun.
710 above ground.
Not today.
The other day, it seemed like a good idea, apparently.
609 above ground.
I can also hit comma once we're in range of the airport and see what our same altitude safe circle is, but we're not in range of the airport quite yet.
65, I think.
I think you're correct. Yes, that sounds...
472 above ground.
Wow, okay, I gotta check this a little more regularly.
Silly goose.
Oopsies.
394 above
I'm
ground.
spoiled by all the fancy planes with their fancy gizmos. They tell me where I am, and they yell at me if I get too close to the ground. This one just lets me casually plow into the ground.
Welcome to the airspace of our airport.
278 above ground.
Yay!
50
Careful,
km,
careful.
65 above ground to Tyro, 233 above ground. 218 above ground. 206 above ground.
I'm just gonna hit period forever.
Oh, I was right. It was 65.
Yes.
151 above ground. 140 above ground. 130 above ground. 122 above ground. 111 above ground. -0. 95 above ground.
Good enough. So, I hit T twice so that we stopped descending. Once we get closer to the airport, I'm going to take us down to 20 above ground for the landing.
Then at 154. Combo box brake aborting landing collapsed. Land asking for landing.
So now you hit F1 and you only have land and a brake aborting landing. We don't want to request landing permission
Dashboard window.
until we're significantly closer to the airport, because we don't need landing permission when we're
47 km to Tyro Light.
47 km from the airport. That's just silliness, guys.
Yep.
I do want to look at a couple of things in our airplane properties, so we'll go Control Enter.
Combo box pilot Salvador Contreras. 1. Collapsed.
I want to look at our stall speed.
That's all speed. 120 km/h.
So on this airplane, you land at stall speed, but that's the stall speed with no flaps. What I actually want to see is the stall speed at maximum flaps, because I always land with maximum flaps. There's been debate in the Eurofly communicator over whether or not this is strictly necessary. It's not. You can land at a lower...
In the Eurofly communicator?
Yes, where you can communicate with other pilots.
As opposed to the Eurofly community.
Well, but it was a discussion that took place over the communicator rather than, say, the mailing list.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. So if I tab
Combo box light can collapsed. Combo box logbook collapsed. Combo box technical data collapsed.
to the technical data, this will show me my stall speed at different flap settings.
Stall speed. Flaps 0. 1 flaps 1. 1 flaps 2. 1 flaps 3. Flaps 3. 95 km/h.
95 at flaps 3, which is what I want to be at when I land. So
Dashboard window.
I will set my flaps when we get a little bit closer, and then I will slow down to 97-ish. I don't want to be at 95, I'll crash. The way you land this tiny little plane is you literally slow it to stall speed and let it just fall gently onto the runway. It's kind of special.
42 km.
98.
Seems good.
205.
I don't remember how quickly this slows down, so I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to hit Alt End,
Throttle preset 0.
and then I'm going to hit R.
Ooh,
204.
ooh.
202. 200. 199.
Oh,
197.
this...
195. 193. 192. 190.
Oh my gosh.
188.
Oh my gosh.
186.
Where are we?
185.
This is not good.
182. 181. 180. Choke off throttle reset 3.
That's enough slowing down for now. This slows down. I got used to an Airbus, which takes literally forever to slow down.
That's why I'm sitting there and I'm like, Sal, when
So-
are you gonna stop, Sal?
So what I did, once I hit the speed that I wanted, is I hit Control Delete to choke off at the speed. And we're probably a little bit lower than I wanted,
179.
but it's alright. Yeah, we're at 179. I was shooting for 180. That's fine.
Then at 150. 39 km. Tyro Island 12 minutes.
I do want to get this at 180, so I'm going to fly a little bit left. I'm going to... What are we at?
154.
154. Let's go
Set course. Set.
130.
130. 25. Dashboard window.
And then we will watch the airport,
24 right at 154.
and over time, as we hit N, you'll notice
25 right at 155.
It's sort of gradually
25 minus 155.
moving over. And I hope I've given us enough time to get it at 180. I think I have. I think we'll be all right. With more advanced airplanes, with more advanced navigation systems, you don't have to manually line up for your landing, obviously. They'll help you do some of that work.
25 minus 155.
But for
Oh,
now,
it's taking forever though.
I mean, we still have
36 km Cairo Island, 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
26 minus 156.
I can turn more left.
130.
Like, I could go
Set course. 120.
Farther left.
Dashboard window.
120,
36 minus 156.
and it should turn away from us at a little bit faster.
36 minus 156.
Maybe not that much faster. Rate. I don't want to fly. What I don't want to do is fly, like, perpendicular to it.
Right.
37 minus 157.
I
Yes.
learned that word when I was little.
Me too. I got to use tactile maps.
I didn't use those until later.
Oh.
38 minus 158.
See, now it's moving. It's moving fast enough that we should be all right to be where we need to be, where it's at 180 when we get there.
I have to walk into the kitchen now.
Oh boy.
That might be an
Elizabeth's making
issue.
food.
39 minus 159.
Yep.
Some of us fly planes, some of us make food.
Do you want me to put the headset down?
No, it's fine.
All right.
We're kind of gonna just treat this like a live stream, except it's editable. There have been some edits actually already made because
Uh-huh.
we had some technical difficulties. But for the most part, you are all getting the full experience, more or less.
40 minus 160.
Ooh, look.
Goodness.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Ooh, yay!
41 minus 161.
I need to turn soon, or I am going to be parallel to it, though.
120.
So let's
Set
go
course. Set course at tank.
140.
140. 25. Dashboard window. 21 minus 161.
Okay, that's good.
32 km Cairo Island, 10 minutes.
I suppose if we really wanted to, we could slow down to our landing speed now. I don't think it's necessary.
I don't think we should. I think we'll wait.
Yeah, this plane slows quickly enough. It'll be fine.
22 minus 162.
It's not an Airbus, guys.
Nope.
Ugh. I posted on the channel description, but I will just state it here in the video. Once we finish training, this channel is kind of a free-for-all. If you want to see flights to places, we can make those happen for you. When we start training with the Piper Arrow, we're actually going to do a flight that Old Blind Sunny requested back on my other channel. I crashed my plane doing a dress rehearsal for this flight for him, but it's okay. We'll figure it out.
23 minus 163.
Yep.
Sal just very confidently plowed his plane into the ground like you do.
That scared the life out of me.
I know. It scared me too. I wasn't like... I thought I had plenty of... Oh, you know why? Because sometimes I'm reading the wrong panel and I was checking my Z altitude, not my period altitude, which is my real height above ground. So I thought I had all kinds of...
Oh,
Yep.
you thought you had,
I had-
room and you
I didn't. All of a sudden, Big Mountain said, hello? And I said, oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello, Big Mountain.
25 minus 165.
Isn't there a band called Big Mountain? What are they called? Something Mountain.
I don't know.
Something Mountain. They do a cover of a song. Once we're done with this video, we'll
I'm
look
sure
it up.
they do. Okay. If you know, comment down below.
Yes, please. I mean, we're gonna look it up either way, but if you know, share. It's something Mountain. Are you good?
26 minus
I
166.
just got attacked by hot air,
Oh,
guys. Welcome to the inside of my oven.
oh boy.
27 minus 167. 26 km Cairo Island, 8 minutes.
I must admit I'm very spoiled with the larger planes, so flying this is actually kind of painful, but I want to demo every plane. Like, I feel like this is a fair thing to do for people.
I agree.
I just forgot how to fly planes that don't really fly themselves.
You'll relearn.
I know, but at what cost?
Oh, remind me, I have a question regarding food to ask you afterward.
After we're done? Okay.
29 right at 169.
Yes.
I like food. The answer is I like food, yes.
It's about what you like your food served on.
Oh, I don't... okay.
Oh, screw it. Do you mind, paper products?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
30 right at 170.
We're getting there, but Sal's getting impatient. It needs to get to 180 faster,
Yes, he
please.
is. Relax, Sal.
23 p.m. Retire alive in 7 minutes.
I guess we have a whole 7 minutes. We're fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's something else I need to look up,
30 p.m. Safe
too.
altitude 5 m is 5 m above ground. Retire alive in 10
Safe
p.m.
altitude is 5.
95.
So we're going to descend some. We're going to go shift up arrow.
77 above ground, 72 above ground, 65 above ground, 59 above ground, 56 above 52 above 48 above ground, 47, 43, 40, 30, 36, 34, 30 above 20, 27, 20, 23, 20, 18 above 14, 12 minus 0,
Whoa!
11 above ground,
Okay, that's fine.
Oh my god.
11 above ground is fine.
33 right at 173.
I mean, it might be a little disconcerting
Almost
for
there.
you, but we're fine. Yes, we're almost at 180. I'm really glad we don't take passengers in training flights.
Me too.
They're probably also glad we don't take passengers in training flights.
Yes. Didn't I used to?
You did. In Euroflight 2 and 1, some of the qualification flights actually required you to take passengers, yes, but in Euroflight 3, they don't trust you with the responsibility of passengers until you've proven you can handle 10 different airplanes.
36 right at 176.
I
Gee.
think that's actually smart. Like, that just makes sense to me.
Yes, because then we don't have incidents like
This
some
morning,
of the plane crashes we have been having in real life.
honestly though,
37 right at 177. 19 p.m. Retire alive in 6 minutes.
okay, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine to get to the,
Oh, welcome to my back where I was sitting.
you're back where you were sitting.
39 right at 179.
Yes.
Ooh.
39 right at 179.
'Cause that's what we're gonna go
Set course
with.
at 10.
Oh,
180,
oh, oh.
25. Dashboard window.
Good.
Dead at 180.
Nailed it.
Ah, you scared me.
The airport's exactly where I wanted it.
18 p.m. Retire alive in 5
I
minutes.
am going to be chomping on food, so I'm sorry.
Yum food. I'm gonna want to slow down soon-ish, probably to landing speed / stall speed, where one falls out of the sky.
Gently.
Well, I mean, if you're over a runway, yes, gently. Otherwise, not particularly.
Dead at 180. 16 p.m. Retire alive in 5 minutes.
We don't need to slow down yet. So we're just going to sit here and let you all listen to some engine. No. We'll come back. We are a little under 10 kilometers away from our destination. I do have to kind of make finite adjustments to our course to keep the airport at 180, so it's where I want it to be when we land. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to reconfirm the stall speed with no flaps.
Escape stall speed. 120 km/h.
It's 120, so I'm going to start slowing down. So I'm going to go Alt-End,
Throttle reset 0. 179.
and when I get to about 140, 130-ish, I'm going to pull out my flaps.
174.
That sounds wrong somehow.
171.
Oh,
1 left at 179. Set course. 178. Dashboard window. 164.
So I'm hitting R and N
159.
regularly
1 right at 179. 156.
to keep my course.
155. 1 right at 179. 152. 150. 1 right at 179. 148. 146. 2 right at 180. Set course. 180. Dashboard window. 140. Set left position. Set left position at flank. 3. Dashboard window.
Flaps set.
When the stall alarm goes off, I will hit Control Delete to choke off our speed.
129 flaps at 3. 126 flaps at 3. Dead at 180. 123 flaps at 3.
Yes, I'm a little overly cautious. I don't want to ruin our plane.
118 flaps at
I am not this when I'm flying just to fly and not doing videos for you guys.
114
This
flaps
is
at
not the Salvador you get as a pilot. This is
111 flaps
Nope.
at 3. 110 flaps at 3. 108 flaps at 3.
here comes the alarm,
107 flaps at 3. 106 flaps at 3.
Thank you.
105 flaps at 3.
or not.
104 flaps at 3. 103 flaps at 3. 102 flaps at 3. 102 flaps at 101 flaps at 3. 101
It's
flaps
gonna
at 3.
be a
100 flaps at 3.
95.
100 flaps at 3. 99 flaps at 3. 99 flaps at 3. 98 flaps at 3. Choke off throttle reset 1.
Good.
Combo up. Best stall speed.
You remembered.
95 kmph. Base stall speed. 95 kmph. Dashboard window.
I would like to know why the stall alarm didn't go off, though.
179. Set course. Set course at plan. 178. Dashboard window.
Did I turn it on? Control-Shift-E.
Stall
Oh.
indication off.
Oh, I did?
Stall indication on.
That's interesting. Cool. Cessna, you concern me greatly.
1 right at 179. 4.4 km tidal island 2 minutes.
We are almost there. We're going to land this thing, and we will have completed our first successful flight in the Cessna. And potentially next week you can join us for a flight in the next plane on the list, but I don't know for sure that we will.
2 right at 180. Set course. 180. Dashboard window.
I'm not sure when I'll have time to complete the rest of these flights.
Dead at 180.
So hopefully next Sunday we'll make a new video. I kind of want to do this every Sunday, but I'm not going to commit fully to that schedule because life happens.
Dead at 180.
I'm a human with
Yep.
things that come up.
3.5 km tidal island 2 minutes.
Oh, the other thing it's nice to check sometimes, which I haven't checked diligently because we're here, is when will you smash into something if you stay at your current altitude? If you press Control semicolon,
Not detected.
okay, so there's nothing in our immediate flight path that we could crash into. It's very important when you're in places like, oh, I don't know, Peru, to check this.
Or Afghanistan.
Yes,
Or
Afghanistan has
India.
mountains.
2.6 km tidal island 1 minute.
Pretty much anywhere with mountains. But this
The
island,
southeastern United States.
Colorado,
Most of the United States.
basically most of the U.S., yeah.
1 left at 179.
No, you don't, little
Set
airport.
course. Set course
Stop
at plan.
turning on me.
178. Dashboard window. 1 right at 179. 2.1 km tidal island 1 minute. 2 right at 180.
There we go.
1 minute.
Set 180. Dashboard window. 1.9 km tidal island 1 minute.
1 minute.
Dead at 180.
We are going to request landing clearance when we are less than 1 kilometer away.
Dead at 180. 1.5 km tidal island 0 minutes.
So N and Control N are my friends here to find the numbers we need.
1 left at 179.
Now.
Set course. 178. Dashboard window. 1.2 km tidal island 0 minutes.
Almost.
2 right at 180. Set course at plan. 180. Dashboard window. Dead at 180. 1.0 km tidal island 0 minutes. Combo box break aborted landing collapsed. Nav asking for landing clearance. Dashboard window.
SK389. Landing clearance not granted. Try again later.
Why? Well, this is awkward.
1 left at 178.
Try again.
Set course at plan. 178. Dashboard window. Combo box break aborted nav asking for land. Dashboard window.
SK389. Landing clearance not granted. Try again later.
Why do you
We're
sound
gonna crash.
3 right at 181.
Airport.
Set course.
How about now?
25. Dashboard destination tidal island.
Main area.
Combo box break nav asking for landing. Dashboard window.
SK389. You are clear to land.
Throttle preset 0.
Thanks, guys.
Landing successful.
SK389.
Yes? Yes? What?
Yes.
What? Why did you randomly say my number? What?
182. 46 laps at 3.
Ah!
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sal. Oh, I'm sorry.
SK389. You've left the runway. Get back to your path. Change course to 297.
33.
Oh, we stopped. Okay. So, this isn't where we want to be. And he said to change course to 297, so I will. How come every time I make a video, something always goes wrong in the landing process? I think because we didn't have the airport lined up at 180, specifically when we landed, we were taxiing in a really strange... I didn't like it. I didn't like what it was doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and at least get us back on to the main area before we end this. What did he say, 297 to turn to?
Yes.
Okay.
Throttle preset 4.
So I'll pick up some speed.
0.4 flaps at 3.
Oh,
Set flap. 0. Dashboard window. 6 flaps at 3. 8 flaps at 3. Show off.
That would help.
Flaps at 3. 10 flaps at 3.
Flaps
14.
set.
10. Main area. 3.
Oh.
358. 355. 352. 350. 347. 344. 341. 338. 335. 333. 330. Minus 0. 328.
whoops.
Minus 20. 313. 307. 302. 296. 292. 287. 283. 207. Minus 0. 274. Minus 0. 271. Minus 269. 10 0 west. Throttle preset 0.
Flight completed.
That was a little rough, but we made it. So what I did at the end is I hit Alt-N to set my throttle to 0, and then I hit the dash key to apply my brakes to stop the
Flight
plane.
evaluation window. Edit flight evaluation.
And we have a flight evaluation.
Flight evaluation. Successful flight.
You can just down arrow through this.
Successful flight. Flight length. 125. Flight length. 125 km. Duration. 41 minutes. Points. 0. Earnings. 0. Minor crashes. 0. Penalty points. 1. Land.
So points 0, earnings 0, because obviously we didn't take passengers. It's a training flight. We can't earn money.
Dashboard window.
The thing that I want to check, though, is I'm facing west. So if I press L,
303 main area.
I'm at 303. I can't take off from here. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to record the second flight with this plane. But when you go to take off with your Cessna for the next flight, make sure you check your airport properties, because we know this airport is 500 on the Y and 500 on the X. So 303 does not give me enough space to take off. I will fix this later. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to press F4,
Press enter to quit.
and I'm going to press enter.
Desktop
Training.
worldwide reach outward controls window.
And we're going to thank you for joining us. That was rough.
But you made it.
I made it. I kind of want to do it again, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just leave this as it is, because when you're training, you're not going to have perfect flights all the time. When you're not training,
No.
you're not going to have perfect flights all the time. Like, just things happen. It just is how it is. So, next week, hopefully, I'll fly another plane with you all. I hope you will come back. Bye.
Bye.